This girl is a witch. According to the villagers, her name is Leela. Leela is from a small village nestled between rolling hills and lush meadows. Leela was unlike any other child in her village. She had been born with the most striking deep blue eyes anyone had ever seen. Her village was remote and underdeveloped, where people knew nothing about digital devices, and there was no electricity. However, the villagers didn't see her abilities as a gift. They believed her blue eyes were an omen, a sign of dark magic. They whispered in hushed tones, calling her a witch. Fearful of her extraordinary powers, they decided to cast her out of the village. Leela's poor mother, a widow, struggling to make ends meet, wept bitter tears. But the villagers remained adamant. They banished Leela to a dense, forbidding forest, where wild animals roamed freely, and where no human dared to tread. Leela's heart was heavy as she entered the ominous forest alone, tears in her eyes. She knew she could never return to her village. The punishment for doing so would be death. She wandered through the wilderness, her only companions the wild creatures, who sensed her gentle spirit. They became her friends, and she could speak to them in ways that no one else could. For 2 long years, Leela survived in the unforgiving forest, living off the land, and finding solace in the company of her furry and feathered friends. Back in her village, her mother and the other villagers believed she had perished in the wilderness. They mourned her loss, but they couldn't erase the memory of her unique eyes. One day, fate intervened. A group of adventurers from a distant land, led by a kind-hearted man named Oliver and his friend who filmed documentaries about wildlife, ventured into the forest. They stumbled upon Leela, and when she saw them, fear surged within her. She prepared to defend herself, but Oliver, recognizing her innocence, calmed her with soothing words. Although they spoke a language foreign to Leela, Oliver's compassion transcended words. He realized that the girl needed help and, with determination, decided to bring her back to his homeland. Leela, with her striking blue eyes and a heart full of gratitude, became Oliver's adopted daughter. In her new home, Leela thrived. She quickly learned English and excelled in her studies, her brilliant mind shining brighter with each passing day. At the age of 18, she achieved what seemed impossible for her. Someone with her humble beginnings, Leela became the first woman to create a global social media and website connecting people from every corner of the world. Her creation soared to the top, making her the world's youngest billionaire at just 19 years old. Leela never forgot her roots, her mother, or the villagers that had once banished her. One day, with the support of her adopted father Oliver's, she visited her homeland. Her mother was happy to see her, while the villagers were all shocked to see how good-looking she had transformed too. Leela's presence brought prosperity and development to the village. She ensured that schools were open, urging every child to pursue education. She gifted the village with the internet and free Wi-Fi, ushering them into the digital age. The villagers, humbled by their ignorance, gathered to celebrate Leela's return. They expressed their remorse, but she forgave them, reminding them that ignorance could be cured with knowledge. That is why she is encouraging everyone to seek education and embrace the light of understanding. In the end, Leela's extraordinary blue eyes, once feared, had become a beacon of hope and change for her village and the world. She showed them that it's not the color of one's eyes, but the content of their heart and the strength of their spirit that truly matters. And so, in the heart of the village that once shunned her, Leela's blue eye shone as a symbol of unity, progress, and the power of forgiveness. The end.